You ever feel like you're walking through life with a target painted on your back? You finally escape one toxic relationship, you survive the withdrawal, you heal, you promise yourself never again, only to find yourself trapped by another narcissist 6 months later. It's easy to spiral into shame. You start asking yourself the most dangerous question a survivor can ask. What is wrong with me? Why am I so broken that I keep attracting these predators? But here is the psychological truth that most victims never hear. Narcissists don't hunt you because you are weak. They hunt you because you are valuable, and something in you fit what they needed. They aren't looking for broken people to fix. They are looking for bright, kind, and innocent people to consume. I make these videos because I too am a survivor. I have lived through the hell of a charismatic, narcissistic cult leader. I know exactly how they operate and how impossible it feels to leave. My goal is simple: to educate and empower you so you can stop surviving and start living the life you prefer. Today, we are going to look at 3 specific psychological traits that make you a magnet for narcissists. And I'm going to show you why these traits are not your weakness, but actually your greatest power, once you learn to weaponize them. First, let's kill the myth of bad luck. You aren't unlucky. You are structurally compatible. You fit together mechanically. In psychology, we call this the lock and key dynamic. The narcissist is the lock. They are rigid, insecure at the core, need constant validation, cannot self-regulate emotions, and they can't hold shame or accountability. The empath, or emotionally attuned person, is the key. They are flexible, emotionally intelligent, regulate others easily, see nuance, and try to repair connection. A narcissist is defined by a fragmented self. They are like a bucket with a hole in the bottom. No matter how much validation, love, or success you pour in, it leaks out instantly. They're in a state of perpetual starvation for narcissistic supply, like a black hole that can't be filled. But they can't get this supply from just anyone. A healthy person with firm boundaries is boring to them. If a narcissist tries to manipulate a healthy person, that person just leaves because they know that no interaction is the only way to deal with a narcissist. They offer no drama, no fuel, so the narcissist keeps scanning until they find you. So how do they get close enough to hook you? They don't walk up and ask for a supply. They use 3 specific psychological weapons designed to bypass your intuition. The first is love bombing. This isn't just being nice. This is an overwhelming, high-intensity bombardment of affection. They are effectively flooding your brain with dopamine and oxytocin. They create an artificial sense of intimacy that feels like fate, but is actually just grooming. The second weapon is mirroring. A narcissist has no true self, so they become a reflection of you. They study you, they adopt your values, your hobbies, even your trauma. You think, finally, someone who understands me, but they aren't understanding you. They are mimicking your core values to lower your defenses. And finally, future faking. They sell you a dream of the future that they have no intention of fulfilling. They promise marriage, healing, safety, or whatever they think will hook you the most. They use this shared future as collateral to make you forgive their bad behavior in the present. These tactics create a chemical addiction in your brain, and once you are hooked, that's when they pull back and put the relationship on a slow drip because they've got you exactly where they want you. From here, they slow drip their love, attention, and fake intimacy. Magnet trait number 1, hyper empathy or hypervigilance, but I prefer to call it being a super sensor. Many survivors grew up in environments where they had to read the emotional temperature of a room to survive. You learned to read micro expressions. You learned to anticipate needs before they were even spoken. Fast forward to dating. A narcissist drops a fishing line, a sad story about how they've been mistreated. A normal person simply hears a story. You feel their pain physically as if it were your own. To a narcissist, finding you is like finding a gas station that pumps premium fuel for free. They don't even have to ask for validation. You give it to them automatically because you want to help them. Your ability to read and feel the emotions or thoughts of others is leveraged by the narcissist. You become their buffer, the good-hearted soldier who unconsciously protects their schema or bubble reality. The trap is thinking your empathy can fix them. It can't. You are pouring your soul into a black hole. Trait number 2, high pain tolerance. Society calls you a doormat. I call you a titan of endurance. In a healthy relationship, endurance is good. It means loyalty, but with a narcissist, your high pain tolerance becomes your cage. Because of trauma bonding, your brain has been rewired to confuse intensity with intimacy. Think about it. How much have you forgiven? How many times have you accepted an apology that wasn't real? A narcissist needs someone who won't leave when the mask slips. They need someone who can take the emotional abuse and still show up the next day like nothing happened. Your ability to withstand pain isn't a weakness. It's a superpower that is being exploited. You are strong enough to carry burdens that would crush a normal person. The problem is, you're carrying theirs. And finally, the most dangerous trait of all, introspection. You are a truth seeker. This is where the psychological concept of projective identification comes in. The narcissist feels deep toxic shame, but they cannot feel it or their ego will collapse. So, like handing someone a bag of trash, they project it onto you, and you process their negative emotion. They call you selfish, crazy, abusive, and because you are a truth seeker, you don't just reject it, you actually consider it. You analyze it, you go to therapy to fix their projection. The narcissist has effectively gaslighted you. While you are dissecting your own psyche to be a better partner, they are off sleeping like a baby because they just offloaded all their emotional baggage onto you. So what is the solution? Do you become cold? Do you kill your empathy? Absolutely not. If you do that, they win. They take your light. The solution is gatekeeping. Your empathy, your endurance, your introspection, these are treasures in a vault. Not everyone deserves your precious energy. When you start gatekeeping, you don't give your empathy to people who haven't earned it. You don't use your endurance to tolerate abuse. You use it to build your own life. And you don't introspect on their trash. When a narcissist meets a survivor who knows their value, they don't attack because they know they can't feed anymore. If you're ready to stop being food and start being free, subscribe for more psychological truths. See you in the next one.